We're live in the house.
Yes, yes, yes. We've been talking about raw skirts behind
You
the
do the
scenes.
huckabuck. You do the huckabuck. Does anyone else remember that song?
No! Do you, Brooke?
You wiggle like a snake. You waddle like a duck. That's what you do when you do the huckabuck. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's great.
I know. Thank you.
Who was it, like Shawaddy Waddy or something?
I don't know. I'm old, aren't I? Old.
Yes, apparently.
Yeah.
I really can't think of it, but I'll go and Google it after this.
I've just reminded myself how old I am.
Does anybody know who sang the Huckabuck and just make Cheryl's day? She's just but seriously, what channel were you listening to?
Sunderland, BBC Sunderland Radio.
You see, I don't know who you are. Like, I don't know.
Why have we stood like in the kitchen, like, oh, remember this is the Yarrow skirt on and my leggings. Good times.
Amazing. Right now, before we forget, we've got a special guest today. If you're here, say hi, just so we know who's here. I'm echoing, I don't know why. We've got the beautiful Brooke with us, who is one of our elite ladies. But that's not what you hear about, is it, really, Brooke? But we are at 1 o'clock going to be live on Zoom with our Soul System community. So if you're not in the Soul System, go and join. And if you're in there, just make sure you check the events tab and all the Zoom details are in there. And at 1 o'clock for half an hour or so, we'll be in there. Come and have a cuppa. Cheryl's bring their goddess cards. I've got the book of the month to just discuss with everybody. It's going to be fun. And we'll be talking more Rara skirts. But right now, it's more about Brooke.
Yeah, it's all about Brooke.
All about Brooke.
Who is killing it.
Killing it. Boom. I mean, we only met you last June, July.
No way. It's not even been a year. July. Wow.
No, and it was through the gorgeous Angela Offrin's LinkedIn Brilliance course, wasn't it? I think
it was, yes. It was watching you did a special in there and talked about LinkedIn, and I just loved the way you sort of told your story and stuff. I thought, I like this lady. I'm going to connect with her.
And you liked how I swore at you all. 500 of you, and I swore at you all. Oh, but honestly, I'm so glad. And you reached out, and then you actually joined the Real You Online, didn't you? Which was how you became a client of ours originally, and totally smashed that. And this is why we wanted to speak to you today, because I think, when people think that they want to create something in their life, there's something think it's going to take years, and it's going to take, and it's going to be really hard. And then we have this inner critic going, well, you're not good enough. And who do you think you are? And other people are doing it better than you. And you've dealt with all of that, but you've made a huge impact, not only in your personal life, but to your community and your friends and your clients through doing the inner work, haven't you? Which is what we want to ask about today. Like, share it, because I think a lot of people want to hear what it is that you're doing to create the success that you're having now.
Absolutely. What's your secret sauce recipe?
Sprinkle the sauce, lady.
My secret sauce is actually going out there and doing it, taking the action. I've had so much fun, especially sort of since meeting you guys and hanging around with like-minded people, having that kind of support system and that network, and knowing that you've got people in your corner. Because when you're running a business or an entrepreneur, or you're doing some kind of business on your own, it can seem really lonely. But when you've got that backup, those people there that are in your corner, and I know you guys are in my corner, and the elite team are amazing. They're all in my corner. We all support each other and help each other, which I think really does help to really lift us all up and keep us all going. When entrepreneurship and business is very much like a roller coaster. 1 minute, yes, you're up, you sign these amazing clients, the next day crickets, okay, then you're down, and then okay, so you've got people to talk to and who relate to you, who are like-minded, that can understand the ups and downs as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. And since joining the elite group and the Real You Online, my business has absolutely just boomed. Yes, I'd already done all the inner work on myself, but it was having that more confidence to go ahead and do things, and knowing that I'm not alone in this journey. And it's been absolutely amazing, and stepping out of my comfort zone even further, because you guys have helped me level up to the next level, which every time we go to another level, and I'm sure Yvette's already mentioned it, new level, new devil. It's like, okay, so I've not faced this one before, so this feels a bit strange. And knowing you've got people there to chat to say, actually, this feels really strange, and I feel kind of really out of my depth, and I'm not sure what's happening next. And people saying it's okay, because it happens to all of us. And sometimes just hearing that it's okay, it happens to all of us, it just makes you realize that you're not alone, and it's quite normal to feel those things, and all those inner critic thoughts on things, they just stop happening and stop going ahead. Now if I want to do something, instead of my inner critic going, do you think you're really worth that? Do you think anybody's going to listen? Because I grew up in an abusive relationship with my mother, who was always telling me I was no good at anything. Nobody would ever love me. Nobody would ever listen to me, that I was ugly. So you can imagine all the inner critic voices that I was always hearing. But now when I go to do something, I have a cheerleader in my head going, yes, Brooke, you can do it. Go on, you can do it. And it's normally you guys' voices, because I know you're all cheering me on from the behind, which is absolutely amazing, and it's just such a heartwarming thing to be able to feel that and know that I've got you guys in my corner.
You give me goosebumps.
I know.
And I'm so glad you brought that up about your childhood, because when we say, Brooke, you give so much of yourself to your community, and I say, you're doing lives, you're sharing things, and you're out there and you're visible. And a lot of people go, oh, that's all right for her, I couldn't do that. It's all right for her because she's a mindset coach. That's how she can do it. But it wasn't that easy for you either, was it? Because you had all of that, like your mum's voice in your head telling you stuff that you don't want to hear from anybody, never mind from your mum. So it's not like you just had a bit of a bit nervous about going live. You had some real shit to deal with that you've taken by the horns and done that inner work. And the result is that you've been able to show up for your community, to serve other people, but also to create a really lovely lifestyle for yourself, because it's not a charity, is it? Like, it's okay to make money in business by giving of yourself, of your service, but we want you to make money as well, not just give it all away for free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's quite apt that we're talking today, because this month I'm doing a Facebook Live every day on my personal profile. And today I'm actually telling my story of how I came to be where I am today. And my tagline is scared to stage, where I was a scared little girl that had no confidence whatsoever, wouldn't say boo to a goose, wouldn't speak out anywhere, to now, obviously pre-COVID and post-COVID, I will be out on stage talking to people, telling my story and inspiring people, because I'm just an ordinary person, but I'm just doing extraordinary things by stepping out of my comfort zone, and that's where the magic happens. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's my message, that it doesn't matter what your background is. I know people that have had far worse backgrounds than I have, and other people that have a lot nicer backgrounds than I have. It doesn't make any difference, because it's what you're going through now and how you're feeling and thinking, that once you change that, you can absolutely do whatever you want. The sky's the limit. You can just do anything that you want to do, have any business, have any job you want to have, achieve anything that you want to achieve. And I'm a real proof of that, because I had medical issues when I was born. The cord was actually wrapped around my neck, and the doctors told me that I wouldn't walk, and if I did, I wouldn't ride a bike or even run. But I didn't get the memo about not walking. But so I did eventually learn to walk when I was about 3. But I ride a bike and I run 5K 3 times a week now. So I defied medical science, because I was told that none of those things would happen. So if I can do that, people can set up a business, people can do a Facebook Live. And when I talk to people about that and tell them, especially the story of the first time I ever did a Facebook Live, tech was never been my thing, and the camera was around the wrong way, and I was so nervous I didn't know what to do to change it around. So everybody just saw the picture of my carpet for the whole of my Facebook Live. But I thought, Joe, I'm on here now. I'll just carry on. But the thing was, because I did that, instead of looking at it as a mistake, I just thought, oh, well, people will just see that's how I am. And I got 2 messages afterwards from people saying, I can really resonate with that. I'd love you to do some coaching with me, because you're really my kind of person, because I get that. And so I got 2 clients from that supposed mistake. And I still tell the story nowadays to all my clients now, which inspires them to think, okay, well, at least I know which way the camera's supposed to be turning. So at least I'm in a better place starting off than Brooke was when she did it. So
I love that.
It doesn't matter how you start off. You just get out there and do it. Take the action. The mistakes that you make along the way are your best learning things, because I've learned more from my mistakes than I have my successes.
Yeah, and honestly, and like just listening to Brooke, you're just so inspirational. Honestly, you give us goosebumps. I can't believe we only just met you last June. It feels like you've been there a life forever. But and this, like, what we find, and I know what you find as well, and from the recent boot camp we did, there's a misconception, isn't there, that when you find your purpose, when you're doing something that you love, which you are, every day you're getting up, you're helping women step into their power, and you're making an impact in the world, and your clients are going around and making an impact, and you love that ripple effect. But there's this misconception that to have that, you can't have any money in the bank. You've got to sacrifice the security, your lifestyle, your life outside of work, to do this, to have this purpose, to follow your dream, to step into whatever it was you were meant to be doing. But like, we're living proof that that's not the case, and so are you, because you now know that you can follow your dream and you can make an impact. But yeah, you want to. You have big ambitions for finances as well.
I do, yes. Yes, I'm planning on building my dream home, and I'm also planning on helping set up a charity to help women that have been in domestic abuse, because I've also been there. And when they flee from the domestic abuse, sometimes they've got absolutely nothing apart from the clothes on their back. And what I want to do is set up a charity so we can rehouse these women and help them with the coaching to get their lives back on track to be where they want to be, and again find their power, find their confidence, and live the life that they really want to live. So I've got some huge plans for my finances, and I'm so excited about the next few years and how things are going to pan out, because they're already happening. I've got a team of people helping me, which is so excited, which I didn't even think would be possible till later on in the year, but that's already coming about. Because when you step up and say yes to things, like when I joined the elite team, I was like, oh my goodness, it's like, okay, that's a big step for me. And I remember saying to Donna on the call, okay, now I've actually committed to it. I feel physically sick, but it was one of the best things I'd done, because when you step out of your comfort zone, it's where the magic really does happen. And stepping out of that comfort zone and joining the elite group was one of the best things I've done.
I love that. And I have the same, don't I, Cheryl? I have, like, when we go through an up level of any description, whether it's a new program or finding out that I want to do the, Doctor of Divinity path, like, I literally feel the same as you. Like, I think I'm going to throw up. I have this really strong physical reaction. And Cheryl's like, oh, good. That means we're on the right path. And I'm like, oh. I feel like my head's coming off my body. But she's like, yeah, good. That's good.
Just do it. Then she rings me up, and she rings me up because she knows I'll just say, just do it.
Just do it. I've been meditating and I've had this thought. Just do it.
Yeah, I don't hesitate anymore. I just go ahead and do it. If it feels right and it's a good gut feeling, then I just do it and think, okay, I'll work out whatever I need to work out as I go along sometimes, and that's what I do. And I did a boot camp in January, which is absolutely amazing. The energy that happened in that boot camp was fantastic, and the results from it, I'm still getting people messaging me now saying, thank you for your boot camp. I've done this, I've done that since your confidence boot camp. And we're actually now organising a 2022 reunion, because they all gelled so well. They want to have a reunion next year to tell me all that they've achieved this year because of the confidence they got from the boot camp, which, that kind of thing just makes me want to, like, cry happy tears. It's like,
priceless.
Yes, I'm achieving my purpose. I'm inspiring all these amazing women who are absolutely fantastic. And they were just like me. They would walk around with a mask on of confidence, pretending to be confident, but now they're actually confident from the inside out. And that's what I love to help and inspire women to do, to actually feel confident from the inside out, rather than having a mask of pretense of confidence. That is such hard work, because I spent years doing that, pretending to be confident and building myself up and having 10,000 conversations in my head about how I should be, how I should look, what people will think of me, what should I say, what shouldn't I say, how should I say it. And it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm. And here you are now. The proof is in the pudding. You do the inner work, you flourish, your family flourishes, your business flourishes, and it's just amazing to see. Like, we're honoured to walk this path with you and be your guides and kind of be the unicorns cheerleading you in the field. And I'm very proud of it. And if anybody wants to find you or find out about your programs and things, Brooke, Facebook is the best place, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And just search for your name, yeah.
just search for Brooke Bownes and I'll come up. And I've also got a free group called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life, because again, although it sounds cliche, changing my mindset literally changed my life. So I thought it was an ideal name for a group as well. So,
Absolutely.
but I just want to say thank you for you guys, the support that you give, the value that you give as well. You know, and it's nice to meet like-minded people that give so much value and care from the heart. It is to us, and I know it's the same for you guys, it's not just a business, it's our passion, it's our purpose, and we just love the wins that people have, even if they're little wins. It's just great to do that. And I'm quite well known. I often get messages saying, put your dancing shoes on, because my clients know that when they get successes and they get clients, I dance around my coffee table. So they've all got this image of me doing a silly dance around my coffee table. So
I love it.
It's one of those things now.
It's an honor.
Exactly.
Get your dancing shoes on. But if next week we're doing a free masterclass, More Money, More Impact, and that's because we believe that you don't have to either have money or have impact. You can, like our coach Nick says, it's about selling with soul, isn't it? It's about knowing how you want to create something that's aligned to you and your values, but you can still make money and have a good living. But the number one thing is starting that mindset work, is making those shifts. So whether you want to set up a business or whether you're already a woman in business, whether that's corporate or owning a business, and you know that you want to go somewhere where your inner you is not allowing you to go right now because you believe in all the crap that you're telling yourself, then this will be the perfect springboard for you to come to with us next Tuesday at night at 8 o'clock UK time, for us to talk you through our 7 top strategies to get you started and to get you really rocking and rolling and up leveling your mindset so that you can make more money, that you can have more impact and have just the life that you deserve. Like, this is it. We don't get to do over this time, right? So like, let's make it count, the same as Brooke has. And we are just so proud of you. We love having you in our community and in our elite women. Like, you're incredible. And I'm excited for what the bigger, more impact you're going to keep having and the more difference you're going to make to the lives of the women who are lucky enough to have found you.
And the more abundance you're going to call in. Amazing.
Absolutely.
Abundance,
and for anybody that's listening who are thinking about whether they should come and join your program next Tuesday, it's free, but the value that they'll get and the insights they'll get and the mindset shift they'll get is absolutely worth it. So if you're on the fence, anybody watching this, just click and register. You won't regret it. There's a lovely bunch of girls already there that I know will be there, and we support everybody as much as we can. And Donna and Cheryl, you're just ace. What more can I say?
Right back at you. Right back at you.
Right, we're going to go now. Get ready for the
coffee session.
Coffee session, cards, books, talking about God knows what will come up, and get some lovely connection with our community. So have a fab day, guys.
Thanks, Brooke.